how to keep alive your children's natural instincts. You know that we all have natural instincts, and especially children and animals, they are more in touch with their natural instinct than us adults because it's been educated out of us. Did you know that up to the age of 7 is the best time to keep going and keep teaching your children that they have natural instincts and that they can trust their natural instincts? Hi, I'm Fiona Robertson. I am a body whisperer, helping you to understand that you can be a woman with feminine instincts on turbocharge, especially if you're a mother of children, and you can help them access and keep accessing their natural instincts. Some time ago, I had been on a retreat, which is what I did. I was helping ladies with detoxing, and I'd been away from the house. And my Australian girlfriend came round with her 2 boys. And she said to me, we were in the kitchen, and she said to me, our children are on the roof. I was like, you're going to be kidding, they're not on the roof. So she said, yes, they are. Your instincts are off because you've been away from your children for a week. She said, you can't feel it. She said, come on, let's go upstairs and have a look. And lo and behold, they were aged 6, 7, her son was 9, and she had a younger one of 4. They were all on the roof. They'd climbed out the window and they were on the roof. You have natural instincts. You know it. As soon as you become a mum, you have to know, and you get to know instinctively, the cry of your child, what its needs are. These are your feminine wiles. These are your natural instincts. But unfortunately, we give our power away to doctors. We let other people tell us what's right for us and our body, what's right for us and our kids. It gets educated out of us in favor of somebody who's got more profession, maybe somebody who's more intellectual. We're taught to remember things, remember the dates, remember the story, whereas natural instincts come up from the body and you just know them. It's practically magic, and everybody has that at their fingertips. Unfortunately, it has been forgotten. So I'm here to remind you and help you remember that you have these instincts within you. Now, one of the best ways to keep that alive in your children and to sort of regain that for yourself as well is play games. One of the main games that I used to play with my children growing up to keep their instincts alive, because I saw that they had them and I was like, oh my God, how cool would it be to have kids who know which direction to go, who understand who to trust, who can use their natural instincts with their work in the future. And I saw it in several occasions. I would go to the creche to pick up Rio, who was a baby, and Mika, who was in maternal, which means he was in junior school. And Mika would say, Rio's still sleeping, Mummy. I'd like, okay. And I would get there and the lady in charge would kind of say, Rio's still sleeping, he needed a lot of sleep today. We'll go and wake him up and you can take him home. I'm like, oh, well done, Mika. You knew that he was still asleep. And they know this. They have these natural instincts. So it's for you to trust that. So playing games, this is what I was saying. Playing games is one of the best ways that I did that. And I would sit with my 2 boys around the dinner table and I would say, okay, we're going to play a game. And they're like, oh, okay. I'd say, so what am I thinking? And they'd start by going, oh, I don't know. And they'd try and think about it. So we'd go through the motions. So this is the game that we played. So what am I thinking? And they'd say, is it an animal? And I would answer either yes or no. You could only answer yes or no. Has it got 4 legs? Is it fur? And, you know, maybe they would also start in the beginning with, is it animal? Is it mineral? Is it vegetable? Is it... And so the game would expand and expand as they grew older. And it would be like a power of deducing. And I said, but I'm sending you an image. I'm sending you the image of what I'm thinking about. See if you can pick it up. And sometimes they'd just be able to pick it up. And it was for me to sort of congratulate them and say, yes, you've got it. How did you do that? Remember, trust that you can do that at any time. And then it would be their turn. And they would say, okay, I've got it. What am I thinking? And I'd pick up the image and I'd say, it's a zebra. Oh, how did you know that? And other times I'd have to really dig it down and find out, go through all the motions and find out what it was that they were thinking about. And And this is such a great game also to know where your children are developmentally wise. They got to understand about the planet and the continent, and it wasn't coming from me. I remember sitting there one time and I could not get to what Rio was thinking about, what he was imagining in his mind. And I said, you keep moving the goalposts, are you changing? He said, no. And he was off in a different trajectory than I had anticipated. And he was thinking of a continent. And he was only a young boy. And I was like, wow, how did you know that? And he said, I just saw it, Mummy. So, and then another time, Mika, my eldest son, who maybe only 9 or 8 at the time, was kind of going, it was a galaxy, or it was a planet. And I was, oh, wow. So you get to know where your children are and how interested they are in the planet. This is just a great way to sort of, sit down and get to know your kids and get to know your feminine wiles, your feminine instincts, get to know where your kids are at, get to know that they are awakening, that they are getting to use practical magic, that they understand what's going on around them. The game developed and I started saying, what am I thinking? And I'd be thinking about, and I said, I'm thinking it, I'm giving you a feeling. I'm not giving you a picture, I'm giving you a feeling. See if you can pick that up. And then they understood more about emotions, because they'd understand the feeling of the emotion that I was transmitting for them to pick up. This is just such a great thing to do, and such a great way to raise kids to be naturally instinctive, to know their intuition. So if you've got kids and they are off on their bikes, what you can also do, and especially when your boys or your girls are kind of out exploring the world on their own, you can tune into them. You get to know how they feel and how you feel and how one feels and how the other feels. And you can just tune into them and kind of go, are they happy? Are they safe? Are they coming home? You can send a message to them like you would do a lost pet or something like that. Something else I'll talk about another time. And you can say, I'm sending an image of what it would be like for you to be home. It's time to come home. So you can keep the instinct alive. I'm Fiona Robertson. I'm a body whisperer. I'm creating lots and lots of ways. In particular, I'm creating an incubator where you can heighten, you can put your feminine intuition on turbocharge, and you can start using these things to sort of help educate your kids, to get your feminine instincts back up. You start using practical magic that's at your fingertips. Just make everything easier. You deserve to have an easier life, and using your instincts is a much easier way and a quicker way to get things done, rather than thinking you have to control everything and use your intellect and remember. So many stories about this. I hope this was helpful, and have fun with your intuition.